Welcome back. In this lecture, we are going to understand about one more Terraform variables concept called output values. So, output values are like the written values of a Terraform module and it has several uses. Okay, so we have three primary things which outputs can be used, out of which one we will be implemented as part of this section. Okay, so a root module can use outputs to print certain values in the CLI output after running the Terraform apply. So this one we are going to implement now as part of the demo. So there are two other things which are like advanced concepts, like a child module can use outputs to expose a subset of its resource attributes to a parent module. So using outputs of a module, child module, you can access those things in the parent module. So that is another thing. The same line, one more is there, which is nothing but when you are using the remote state storage for your Terraform.tf state files, right? Root module outputs can be accessed by other configurations via Terraform remote state data source. So these two come under super advanced concepts. So we are not looking at them here because we really don't know what are modules or how we are going to do a remote state storage for our Terraform.tf state files now as of now. So that's the reason we'll primarily implement the basic use case and then understand about what is output values. With that said, so we are going to define the output values like this. Okay, so we'll output and then EC2 instance public IP, and value description is normal for anything. So value is going to be resource type dot resource local name dot attribute reference. So what is the attribute? So you can output the EC2 instance public IP like this. In the same way, you can even output the EC2 instance private IP. So you have seen here attribute reference and then argument reference. Okay, so few values, means like few of these values, private IPs, public IPs, are categorized based on the Terraform AWS provider module. That few will be present in attribute references and then few will be present in argument references. So from both the things you can take it and then output the values whatever you need. So I want my EC2 instance public IP. So I have outputted that so that I can see that in the CLI output after applying the Terraform apply. In the same way, I want the private IP also. So I have done that. Okay, private underscore IP. So resource type dot local name of the resource dot private IP. In the same way, security groups. Okay, resource type dot, right, and then local name of the resource EC2 VM dot security groups. In the same way, I also want the public DNS of this. Okay, and I also want to append http://. So how you are going to do it? Like this. Okay, so this is about the output values which we are going to implement in our outputs.tf file. Okay, and once you run the Terraform apply after this, then you are going to get the output like this. Okay, apply completed, resources 3 added, one is EC2 instance and remaining 2 are security groups. Okay, now what happens? It will say outputs and it will provide you the EC2 instance private IP, EC2 instance public IP, EC2 instance public DNS, and also EC2 security groups with whatever the security groups assigned to this EC2 instance. So like this, you will be able to see everything in detail when you output those values. Okay, so this completes the introductory part of our output values section. In our next lecture, we'll go ahead and then implement practically about output values. So I'll see you in the next lecture. Until then, bye bye. Thank you.